Alright, I'm back. Ellipsis points.
Okay, but more to the point, Ichan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind?
Not really. Ellipsis points.
Good, great, that's great, Ichan, really great, ha ha, wah ha ha!
Why is it so great?
No reason. Well, Ichan, other clubs in the upcoming festival, there is one thing. Student council.
Oh, I'm on student council. I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this, because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha's laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion, in a manner of speaking. After all, it is still Misha who has the voice, whatever she says. Ellipsis points.
Ha! Right, Ichan, maybe you should join the student council. Think he's for people? Yes, definitely, you should definitely join.
Why?
Well, for one, we can hang out every day, Ichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan is the president.
I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not be exactly the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Ellipsis points.
Ha! Of course we're not just trying to get you joined because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try to get you to.
So you're admitting that. Ellipsis points.
No, we admit nothing. I mean, Ichan, of course it would be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it, but without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one school. Yep, it's true, Ichan, because you don't want to...
Besides, you don't want to spend time with us.
Besides, you don't want to spend time with us after school, Ichan.
I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although were already pretty cute to begin with. Well, ellipsis points.
So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Chan.
What? No.
See ya, Chan. Of course it wouldn't go. She-chan, of course it wouldn't go.
She calls me he-chan, her she-chan. I can't. Ellipsis points.
Yep, that's right, though. It'd be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh, well, She-chan owes me candy now.
You're betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. She seemed very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. That aggressive glint returns to her eyes. I would join the council. They should give us more choices, because I'm trying to make this more like my experience. So I'm on council. I want to be on that council too. I want to see what would happen. I don't know. Ellipsis points.
What? That's so interesting, Hachan. Let's play a game.
That's not what I said.
How about rich man, poor man, Hachan? If you lose, you have to join the student council.
No, absolutely not. Join it.
Oh, why not?
Well, because you both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Ellipsis points.
Yep.
Yeah, that isn't my goal, but this means that both of you can team up, and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I'll have to decline. Ellipsis points.
Hachan, I'm very offended, and saying you don't trust us, that will make me put something so...
Did
this. That makes me sad.
Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. Ellipsis points.
In order to atone for one hurting young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council.
No.
How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man?
Paper football?
Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle, and then you try to shoot it past goalposts. The other player with the fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people.
Ellipsis points.
This is played by elementary and middle school children, Chichan. Waha! That means this game already separates the boy from the men.
More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it.
Hey, yeah, that's true. How'd you know it, Chan?
Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so early. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into student council, but I'm a little curious of what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anyone who was a member, so it interests me. I also kinda like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Ellipsis points.
Okay, Hachan, what about Risk, the game of world domination?
I don't know what that is.
It's really fun, Hachan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything.
Sounds like Shizune would be good at it.
If you want to play, we can after school.
Ellipsis points.
Really, Shichan? We can play just for fun, Hachan. Shichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached.
Well, okay.
Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hachan.
Wait, why there?
Because that's where we keep the game. Wahaha!
My Grimps tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Oh, well, who's that? During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in a seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. Oh, it's after school already. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell.
Wow, what's wrong, Chan?
Ellipses points.
That's right, we're just gonna play a game of Risk, remember?
I don't know, Misha said that... I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I have to agree to join the student council. You never know. Maybe I've done that. No, I'm kidding. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be plausible. We're going over there. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. Ellipses points.
That's not true, Chan. Chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed.
Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something immediately to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hand behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerfully. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Oh, that was humming? That's a nice room. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room. Although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than the classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets with bookshelves stacked with old-school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could have at least put a potted plant in here or something, but the most noticeable thing is this room doesn't have other people. Are we early? Ellipses points.
No!
What do you mean, no? Does it mean no one else is coming today? Ellipses points.
Yeah, that's right!
Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together energetically. Yeah. Ellipses points.
Hey, Chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Ha ha ha. Okay, do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set everything up.
While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial. My voice is killing me. Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start to feel more competitive than I intended when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from 2 fronts. She breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. Ellipses points.
Hey, Chan, Chan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council.
I thought this game was with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no! Ellipses points.
Chan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you'd agree to join the student council. Ha ha ha!
So you're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. There we go.
Magnanimous.
She doesn't seem to know if the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who signs back at Misha. Misha presses her index finger against her temple as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Ellipses points. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing.
Wait, please slow down, Chan. Hey, Chan. Chan says you're gonna lose.
Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion.
Okay.
Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. Ellipses points.
She says you have no chance if you keep playing this. No, you won't.
She has a point. Attack aggressively. Ugh. She is either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose though, so I might as well try something different. Maybe if I spread out my forces and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage. Shizune seems to focus on conquering whole nations, so maybe I can sacrifice my hold on continents to gain more small countries. It's worth a shot. A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyways. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration. Okay, we're at 940. Ellipses points.
I win, yay!
There's no need to translate that, it was pretty clear. Alright, I'm gonna stop and restart. See ya in a bit.